Hello, everybody. My microphone is not giving me the volume that I want. So, eh, nice. That should be a bit better. Maybe. We'll see. We will see, indeed. Okay. There is an update for Retro Rewind. I ended up stopping the stream before the update came out last time. So, we got some fixed tracks, we got some updated tracks with new versions. And I don't know if there's any other patches to. Oh, add friend room options for allowing brake drifting in the type of thundercloud. Adjusted the skip voting screen code to show the track that is chosen. Very cool. That's actually super nice. Added various codes, remade some staff ghosts, slightly adjusted item probabilities, and some other minor changes. Okay, cool. Uh, is there a change log? Like a more detailed change log? I mean, if not, that's actually perfectly fine, because that gives me a decent idea of what I'm going to be heading into anyways. But, we're doing it. The past couple of weeks truly have been the weeks where decades happen, it seems. The assassination attempt on Donald Trump was only 2 weeks ago. The RNC was like a week and a half ago. Joe Biden being replaced with Kamala Harris as the presumptive nominee was only a week ago. And the Republicans have been in scramble mode for about that time, for a week. It's crazy out there right now. But funnily enough, there's not a lot of American politics for me to talk about. Except, actually, I do want to touch on something incredibly funny, which is there are some clips of House Speaker Mike Johnson circulating. This goes to what I said about Republicans being in scramble mode, where he's trying to kind of cover for the Republican platform and try to spin it to make it seem like they're not anti-abortion and anti-contraception, whatever. But the funniest thing is that him and other Republican leadership have been continuously saying, please, guys, for the love of God, please stop being so fucking weird. Please stop being racist and sexist against Kamala Harris all the time. This is a bad look. And of course, the Republicans, they can't help themselves, so they're still doing that. In fact, the discourse has been like, man, Republicans are really weird, and they've only gotten weirder. Like the new line that everybody seems to be taking, independently so, by the way. People just sort of independently arrived on the Republicans are fucking weird line, and then the Democratic Party kind of picked it up afterwards. The Republicans have responded 400 IQ by being even weirder. United Socialist Party of Venezuela doing great right now. Let's play Mario Kart. Big Bobby Boof Pack, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was going to mention the Venezuelan elections, if only to say that, like, I don't know that much about Venezuelan politics, and I don't trust anybody's opinion who, even the people who I follow, the only people I would trust would be the people that say, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Because, like, there are really, really weird incentives at play to argue one side of the election down there or the other. Now, the United Socialist Party of Venezuela, I don't know that much about it, but I did some Wikipedia reading to see if I could like find anything out about the elections. I didn't want to go in completely blind. And what I could tell was that it's basically like, it's more socialist in air quotes than actually socialist, because like the there wasn't much. Funnily enough, the Wikipedia article didn't really have anything in the way of policy. I don't even know what policies they support, aside from, like, I don't know, posturing against Guyana and stuff. I know they've been doing that. And if anything, they seem to be hostile to other socialist movements because they actually early on in the in the political life of the United Socialist Party of Venezuela, they actually cracked down on other socialist parties. They cracked down on the Venezuelan Communist Party. They cracked down on like smaller Venezuelan socialist movements that weren't like 100% aligned with Maduro, which I was like, wow, okay, that's not great. And these were parties that like do have more like they do have a platform to speak of that's like disclosed on their Wikipedia page and stuff. So you know, my disposition is to not like Maduro and the Venezuelan United Socialist Party because in my opinion they don't seem to be very socialist. But at the same time, who's the opposition guy? A far-right crank supported by the US and you know, international business interests. So I don't like anybody in this election right now. You know? That's what I have, like, come away from that reading with. Streets are filled with rioters right now? I don't doubt it, for sure. There's a lot of political unrest right now. Reportedly, the election was won by Maduro by like a 10 percentage point margin, which is not huge. But then again, the people saying the election is legit are like pro Maduro people, and the people saying this election wasn't legit are the fucking United States. You know, both of whom have perverse incentives to not be honest in this situation. If somebody like Brazil, like legit, I'm waiting for what Lula says. If Lula says that like this wasn't legit, then this wasn't legit. You know? And I know Bernie Sanders also has like gotten on that train, but he's you know, I don't know whether that's like him actually believing that or him having to do that from a perspective of political optics. My verdict is I don't have an opinion because Lula hasn't said anything about it yet. So we'll see what Lula says about it, and then that's probably my opinion on the Venezuelan elections and Venezuelan politics. In fact, I think Venezuela is like a weirdly unique case. Other Latin American countries have transparent enough politics and are like, I don't know, the intervention and the shitstorm surrounding Venezuela, especially the rhetoric in the United States that you frequently hear, has been so crazy that like I obviously don't trust anybody who is more preferential to American interests. But then, like I said, Maduro has ample motive to not be fully honest there either. Let me yeah, the election crisis. Man, see it like this Wikipedia article is kind of like some of the Wikipedia articles I've seen are kind of disappointing. They give an event play-by-play of what's happening, and it's like, dog, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the ideological leanings of each party, but nobody can seem to like. It seems like wherever I go, I'm not getting an ideological leaning of the party. The closest thing I can get for the United Socialist Party of Venezuela is socialism of the 21st century, which actually made me lean into like, well, maybe they're okay, because the socialism of the 21st century crowd are like this is like the anti-austerity politics line, and other people who are described as like 21st century socialists are who let's see, Lula, Thomas Piketty, French economist, who I have read the collected works of. I like his stuff. And I think also AMLO's party, the Morena party in Mexico, is like a 21st century socialist party. They're like, yeah, you know, we intend to learn from the failures of socialism in the 20th century, as well as the failures of capitalism and austerity politics. basically to reconstruct socialism democratically in the 21st century, which you could say is like that's lib shit or whatever, but it's certainly better than what the Soviets did, and it's better than it's better than capitalism. So I'm prepared to be like, you know what, maybe they're okay. I don't know. But apart from that, like, it says that's one of their ideological leanings on Wikipedia, but I haven't thus far been able to find any policies they really support aside from that sort of posturing with Guyana that happened a while back. And we know obviously like the only reason that any countries are interested in Guyana for anything, be it the Venezuela or the United States, is because of their oil reserves. It's frustrating. Ow. So actually, Big Bobby Boofpack, if you could help me out there, do you perhaps know any of the policies that the United Socialist Party of Venezuela supports, like any of the any of that stuff? If not, that's okay. And so my conclusion will just be I don't fucking know, dude. Um, yeah. If they support something like some good stuff, I'm prepared to be like, okay, critical support to them. But otherwise, I don't think so. I think this is gonna be one of those situations where it's like, I hate everybody involved in this. I'm not even sure who I hate more, Maduro or his opposition, who is let's see, who's the other candidate running? Edmundo Gonzalez. Yeah. You know what? Maybe this is a kind of a Cuba situation. In fact, I know this is somewhat of a Cuba situation, regardless of the politics of Venezuela, like within Venezuela's borders. One thing is clear is that nothing good in Venezuela is really possible until the United States like lifts the sanctions. Because that has like that's one similarity I can really see between Venezuela and Cuba. And one of the things that makes me very sympathetic to Cuba, more so than I would be to most other authoritarian countries, is that like fucking, what the fuck kind of possibilities really are there when the US decides, all right, that's it, bucko, no no more food for you, your people will starve or something. Like, legitimately, the aims of sanctions, as admitted by the United States, are to starve out the population of whatever country. It's not like, it's not necessarily to negotiate anything. It's not good. Sanction politics are not good. Also, somehow I'm in first? How? I think that other way is faster. Like if you go to the left instead of to the right on that bit with the ramps. Okay, well, in any case. Nice. Front ran that track, got first. Let's yeah. No, I don't know how much commentary beyond that I can really offer about Venezuela. I know there's like the campus tendency to reflexively support Venezuela because the U.S. is hostile to them, and I've certainly have some sympathy for Venezuela, like I said, because like the sanctions have been fucking devastating, and if those weren't there, then like we wouldn't be in this position. Uh, yeah. Look, I don't want to ramble too hard. I'll probably leave it as is at that point. I'm just gonna random so I can see what tracks were updated. Okay, GCN Dry Desert was one. I'll go for that next. What do we got? Dry Ruins. Hell yeah, my favorite track in the Mario Kart Wii base game. Nice. You love to see it. I'm surprised that Fib didn't get anybody. I know somebody has mushrooms. Okay. Oh no, I fucked up the sand hop. Wow, people are getting stuck back there for some reason. And I'm driving really bad up here. Yeah, I deserve that at this point. Ordinarily, I'm really good at this track, but today's not my day, I guess. All right. Oh, this is good though. I'll get big in time for the sand hop on lap 3. Yeah. Unless that happens. Okay, cool. Thanks. Somehow in second now? Okay, fifth. One mushroom. I'm saving this for the shortcut at the end. Wow, I really didn't drive that well, and I'm still somehow, like, in the pack. No! Oh, well. Second place? Cool. Oh, shit! ZPL's in chat. Hello! Welcome. Was I gonna vote? Yeah, Dry Desert. That's right. Okay. Ye who not be interested in politics, avert your eyes and ears, because I'm about to talk about some serious shit. I just talked about Venezuela and how, like, it's such a shit show over there that I'm not really, like... I'm actually not prepared to offer that much definitive commentary. Now I'm gonna turn to a place that is a much more transparent shit show that I am prepared to offer commentary on, and that's the Middle East. Particularly Israel. So there have been... Oh, where's Dry Desert? Am I dumb? No, there it is. There have been a lot of reports out of Israel that soldiers in the IDF have been sexually abusing Palestinians, as is the case in any warfare situation. But in this case, it's a little bit different. The abuse is supposedly systematic. There we go. It's like systemic and like kind of enabled by the IDF. They don't care that much. And recently this has kind of come to a head in the form of, I think, an Israeli military court actually found a handful of soldiers at fault for this sexual assault. They found them like guilty or whatever, and this sparked riots in the Israeli population. Not that these people were innocent, mind you. It'd be one thing if they were like, no, they didn't do it. You know, on a certain level, that would be understandable. Like, I'm sure in America there have been instances like that. In this case, the unrest that was going on was, yeah, they did it, but it was okay, actually. Like, that's the state of the political discourse in Israel, evidently. And in fact, there was some video circulating of them, like, almost doing a January 6th-esque riot where they were going to storm the court building. Very bizarre stuff, where they were very, you know, people in Israel seem to be very invested in the notion that it should be allowed to abuse Palestinian prisoners of war. And of course the defense is, oh, well, they're all terrorists and whatever, but that's such a lazy defense, because like the overwhelming majority of people that have been killed or captured in the assault on Gaza have been civilians. Same thing with the, like, well, I guess I said captured, so that accounts for the prison population. And this isn't the first time we've heard about this either. I remember a CNN article a while back covering one of the more infamous detention centers in southern Israel, where some people were being kept, and that the conditions there were absolutely appalling. I remember reading a number of statements from Israeli government officials that they're like, yeah, our prison conditions are too good, actually. We wish they were worse. And in fact, I believe, who is it? It was not Gallant. That's just the name I'm thinking of right now. Ben Gavir, there we go. I can see his face in my head. Was like gloating that, oh yeah, you know, this is great because it means we're making the prison conditions worse, just like it should be, or something like that. You know, some Hitlerite shit be happening in Israel. You know, the supposed only democracy in the Middle East, and you know, literal black shirts raiding a prison facilities, or not a prison facility, a military base. There we go. Shit's pretty bad. And you know what? What was interesting is that there's a journalist that I follow that I saw this from first, and I wanted to corroborate it just because that's good practice. He said, this guy, Ryan Grimm, I follow him and I respect him. The Western press refusal to report on widespread sexual assault in Israeli detention centers, despite reams of evidence, enabled this situation. And they're quote tweeting a video clip of these Israeli, well, people, protest, rioters, I guess, going into this military base. The only thing I could find was Middle East Eye. I've referred to Middle East Eye before. I believe they're a pretty reputable news outlet. But yeah, sure enough, a lot of Western news outlets just aren't reporting about this. I looked, you know, no CNN, no Reuters, no New York Times, no Washington Post, none of that. So I guess I'm going to Middle East Eye here. Israeli soldier suspected of raping Palestinian prisoner arrested, sparking far-right riot. Minister among Israelis storming military bases in solidarity with the suspects. So this wasn't just a, you know, well, it was a mob of fascists, but among this mob of fascists were Israeli government officials that shared their opinions. 9 Israeli soldiers, yeah, so it was 9, in the notorious Sde Taiman detention center, I believe that's the one I read about a little while ago, were arrested on Monday on suspicion of raping a Palestinian detainee, sparking a riot where far-right activists and MPs stormed the facility. So, you know, politicians were in this riot as well. Once I get a box, I will continue. Kind of hard to read and drive at the same time. I didn't get a box. Oops. Israeli military police
raided Stitaimen, this detention center, but were met with resistance by soldiers, um, who reportedly barricaded themselves into the facility and used pepper spray to defend themselves, before eventually being taken into custody. So it seems there is actually kind of a rift in the military forming over this as well. At least to an extent. I don't know. You know, I know the ideological predilection towards like ethnic supremacy and you know, fucking ethno-state fascism runs pretty deep, but it's not literally everybody. It is a lot of them though. Let's see. The soldiers were suspected of abusing a Palestinian detainee, who, according to Arab 48, another news channel, I guess, is suffering from a serious wound in his rectum area. Things are gonna get graphic. I should warn you guys right now if I didn't earlier. You know, it kind of comes with the territory, but there is a point here. There is a point that I want to get to in reading through this. You know, sometimes I actually don't want to do news coverage just for the sake of it, because sometimes it just comes off as like, wow, look at this horrible fucking violation of human rights that happened, right? Like, wow, isn't that terrible? And I don't feel like there's much to be... I don't think there's much, like, analytical or educational value from that, because it's like, damn, I don't think anybody wants to see that. It's like, if there's nothing to learn from it, like, what are we even... You know, what are we doing? Let's see. The prisoner had been transferred from the Stitaimen in the Negev desert to a hospital in Beersheba. I think that's how you pronounce that, which is also in southern Israel. Haaretz said the prisoner is unable to walk. So I guess Haaretz has done some reporting on this as well. Israeli army said an investigation is underway. I'm sure they will... Well, actually, no. They didn't investigate themselves and then find nothing wrong, because I guess the soldiers were like... They were convicted, right? No, they were arrested. Okay. That's my beat. Lefty misinfo. The arrests were met with outrage by right-wing Israelis, with protests and solidarity called across Israel. Dozens of people, reportedly including members of parliament and heritage minister Amichai Eliyahu, gathered outside Stitaimen and stormed the detention facility. Okay. Hours later, some 1,200 rioters gathered outside a Beit Lid base, where the 9 suspects were taken for questioning. Dozens of people broke into the base before dispersed by police, who made no arrests at the scene. Shocker, police being very light-handed with the far right. That's not the point that I was getting to. It's just an incidental factor that was also present. Interesting. This was so severe that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu even condemned the storming of the Stitaimen and called for, quote, immediate calming of spirits, unquote. Huh. Okay. It seems like it might be a bit, because I'm not as familiar with this track, I'll just go off the cuff on what I wanted to hammer in on as the point of why I covered this story, right? This is like if you look at the stages of genocide, if you're familiar with there's 10 stages of genocide, this is certainly in the later stages. This is indicative of the kind of thing that would happen in the later stages of the genocide, because thus far Israel hasn't really faced any meaningful accountability or punishment, like as a state, for engaging in acts that are like that would necessarily lead to this, for creating the environment where this kind of behavior is accepted widely and sort of tolerated, at least until the point where it starts to look bad. The reason that Netanyahu condemned this here is because it looks pretty bad. Netanyahu is just as fascist as all the rest. But part of the reason that has even got to this point at all, is that the Israelis, despite having gone through a lot of condemnation from the international community, rightly so, I believe, with even more Western countries at this point kind of becoming more critical of them, there's one country that has remained, like, very weirdly resolute in being almost uncritically supportive, or not even almost, uncritically supportive of Israel, and that is the United States. The United States, as we all should know, is the top dog in the world. You know, we represent the most powerful military, the most powerful economy, etc., right? You know, we all know the drill there. And Joe Biden, unfortunately, is an ideological Zionist. He is one of his, like, biggest political motivating factors is the defense of Israel as a state, which is problematic given that Israel is already an apartheid state. But it has led him in his presidency to basically give Israel carte blanche to do whatever they want. You know, like, it doesn't matter how many stern words he's had, because he's, you know, sure, he's had some, like, stern words, I guess. He's not willing to back any of them up, is one of the issues at play here. Or is I guess the main issue. You know, part of the reason that Israel and Israeli soldiers keep doing this stuff, part of the reason why this culture proliferates, is because there's no consequence to that. There's no, like, Israel and Israeli soldiers thus far haven't really faced meaningful negative consequence for engaging in such flagrant violations of human rights and such genocidal actions. Fortunately, if Kamala Harris wins the election and becomes the president, that looks like it's going to change. Because Kamala Harris is not a fan of Netanyahu. In fact, nobody, not even Joe Biden, the militant Zionist himself, likes Netanyahu. And Kamala Harris is also not, like, as driven to be Zionist as Joe Biden. That's what I wanted to take from this, is that, like, this, functionally, this has happened because the United States kind of let it happen, right? And if the United States started exercising the geopolitical leverage that we have over Israel to make this not happen, to insinuate, hey, there's going to be some serious consequences in terms of funding, in terms of military aid, in terms of international protection at the UN, you know, for you engaging in this type of behavior. Like, if you do this, we're not going to support you anymore, and you actually deliver on that, then Israel will stop engaging in that behavior, because Israel knows and has used as a talking point that it is a pretty embattled state. You know, most of its neighbors really, really don't like it. Basically, without the protection of the US, Israel's pretty much donezo. Both the US and Israel know that. The rest of the international community knows that. You know, every country pretty much knows that. And I think the United States needs to get better about saying, hey, look, you know, you can't just be doing this shit. You can't just be bombing civilians. You know, otherwise we are going to leave you to the wolves. Because, you know, you're like you're engaging in behavior that kind of merits that. But yeah, otherwise, you know, we're getting an extended look at the sort of worst consequences of the United States not exercising any of the leverage that it has over Israel, our you know, our best ally in the Middle East, who has done nothing but actually detriment our geopolitical interests, you know. And that is that, like, well, there's a lot of bad things happening, but one of them being that this genocidal project is that much further along, and so on. And of course, there's been spillover effects for the United States and the American reputation as well, which are pretty bad. Anyways, that's an earful and a mouthful. I'm sorry I subjected you to that, but that's politics right now. That's you know, that's what's going on in the world. And I think, like, it's worth knowing what all is happening there in the event that you encounter somebody who is, like, pro-Israel, because a lot of people are just sort of casually pro-Israel in the United States in a certain way. A lot of people in the United States have actually become more sympathetic to Palestine over the past several months as a result of Israel's actions. You know, a lot of people just don't know. But there are some people that are fully aware, and they're just sort of banking on the fact that other people are vulnerable to just being lied to about this stuff. I've had plenty of conversations with people who are more pro-Israel, who are very dishonest about this kind of stuff. Because Israel's a fascist state, and a lot of people that support Israel for whatever reason, they can have fine, like, opinions when it comes to a lot of other stuff, but then you enter the Israel zone, and they just become a, like, fascist ethno-stater for some reason. I don't know if that's going to be a segment or anything. I wasn't really planning on having anything as a segment today from this stream. I think most of what I'm going to be worrying about in terms of editing is going to be the Mini Beast video, where I play the Mini Beast for a little while. That'll be something. Yeah. Things look pretty grim for Palestine right now. And honestly, the only way that any of that changes is if the United States kind of speaks up and says, all right, Israel, enough is enough. You're not going to get any more money unless you stop. Like, right now. Because otherwise, Israel's going to keep continuing to bomb out civilian neighborhoods and whatnot. And the all of the worst kinds of statistics are just going to keep increasing and proliferating. All right. I'm done. Stop. I'm not going to talk about that. Very unpleasant subject. Anyways. Nobody took that box? I mean, probably somebody did take that box, but it just didn't show it as such on my screen. Yeah, I'm gonna use this. Gotta go inside here. Oh no! I guess there is a consequence to wheeling on that mushroom there. Unfortunate. Alright, let's see if we can make up for that on lap 2 and 3. Ooh. Dual palms, if you have a dodge, use it. Or I guess not. Yes, he used it! Good shit, good shit. Alright. It's become, like, a new favorite pastime of mine to, dodge people that are in, like, last place. I always feel, like, a little bit of camaraderie with people when I'm in the back. Shit. Cool. That shortcut is faster with a mushroom, but it's slower if you don't use one, which is funny. Okay. Weirdest mushroom section of all time, but it worked out. Okay. Okay. Triple mushrooms. If I get 4th, I'm pretty okay with that. So I'll get 5th. 5th is fine. By the way, this I never usually play Bowser Jr. The only reason I'm doing it this time is because I have the Hammer Bro skin, and I fucking love the Hammer Bro skin. It's cool. You know what? Fucking I'm actually really frustrated by the Venezuela shit, because I still don't know any of the positions of this party. ESUV. Okay, yes. Thank you.
What are the... What are the positions of the party? They have this, like, oh, they define their values and principles as follows, but, like, it's very general and can, like, doesn't really stand for all that much. You know? Oh, no. The wrong fucking thing. Shortcut? I bet that's a shortcut you can. Excuse me, coming up. Draft. No, I didn't mean to hit them. Okay, okay, okay. I didn't hit them. Good, 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 good. I'm just sort of driving right now. Ow. Almost didn't get that box, which would have been unfortunate, but... Oh no, it hit the banana. Oh, it was young. Okay. That's what they're doing. Another mushroom. Oh wow. Third? Second? Huh. Here, hold on. But I need to Google this shit. This is driving me crazy. United Socialist Party of Venezuela policy positions. Where the fuck? Man, I'm never gonna fucking find out what this party supports, am I? Just going by their, like, overview, like, statement, they're pretty sus in some ways. Like, oh, we're socialists. Socialism is the only way to get through or correct the flaws of capitalism. Let's see. Right off the bat, it assumes ideological sources, the thoughts and works of Simón Bolívar, Simón Rodriguez, and Ezequiel Zamora. Already, big red flag for me that they don't cite Marx as one of their like ideological founding influences. And the reason I say that is not from a cult of personality perspective, but because Marxian socialism, Marxian analysis had such a profound effect on all ideologies and all political discourse going forward that especially any left-wing movement that calls itself socialist but does not mention Marx, I'm inherently a little bit skeptical of. Because the name of the game in terms of politics is like politics, history, and various other things is material analysis, which is like what Marx did differently from a lot of other academics at the time. He was one of the first people to do like a material analysis of various countries and like the systems that many people were also taking issue with, mind you. And a lot of non-Marxian socialists, like people who had theoretically like and nominally socialist leanings, ended up being like very authoritarian, almost to the extent that they became like
they became basically Nazis over it. You know, think about Juan Perón. Did some great stuff, but like ultimately the sort of uh the influence of on him by other like thinkers who were not materialists, by people other than Marx, was like made itself known in a very negative way when he started becoming more authoritarian, because like there was a lot of material analysis that just wasn't really present, you know. Even a lot of liberal and conservative movements, non-socialist movements, draw heavily from Marx. You know, the man was just that influential of a philosopher and academic. You know. Ow. It's saying I got first. Did I lag him? I might be lagging a little bit. Okay, I guess I got first. Sure. I don't think I deserved that, but whatever. Anyways. They mention scientific socialism, but then they don't mention Marx, which makes me think that they are more like Engels brained. They don't mention Engels either, but like that's sort of the first step in how a lot of nominally socialist movements just ultimately end up descending into authoritarianism and like a different kind of capitalism. You know? Where you have you still have private property, you still have the fundamentally the same property relations. Right? Like it's Afro-Indianism, so they are in fact woke, and I support that. But then the last bit is also pretty sussy. We assume the principle of civic military unity to guarantee the defense of national and popular sovereignty. So they're leaning into the militaristic, like, nationalism and shit as well. I guess in a way you can consider this to be, like, good PR and whatever, because this is a world of nation states, and you kind of have to play to that. Also, I selected the same track again and didn't realize. That one's my B. But at the same time, like that is very Mussolini-esque, where you know, it's another one of the existing structures that is part of a very exploitative system that ultimately, as socialists, you should be dedicated on some level to critiquing and potentially radically changing or getting rid of. Not something that you should be championing, per se. You know, ultimately, I think it's just like there are a couple of serious marks against the PSUV from a socialist perspective, but like again, that's all I have to only like go on vibes because that's all I have. They don't really. There's not much in their platform for me to go off of, or in their Wikipedia page. I can't like get a very good picture of what they support. Thank God I didn't hit that guy. I can get a box. Oh, what happened to him? He fell off? Huh. I'm happy to maintain second here. I'm driving pretty well on this track, all things considered. Oh, that power was really good for me. Nice. That track actually translates pretty well to Mario Kart Wii. Please give me policy that they support. God damn. I'm going fucking crazy, like, not knowing what these people support. Social democracy and the fatherland for all. Great, thank you. I wonder if there's any problematic connotations with using the terms of patrimony and fatherland in a nominally socialist movement. I wonder if there's any other group of, say, socialists that are nationally inclined, you might say, that had similar things to say. I really don't. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. They're Peronists. They're Peronist. So make of that what you will. That's my verdict. Oh, okay. Barely didn't die there. I'm gonna just get rid of that. Probably. Okay. Stand hop tactics, baby. That's what you gotta do. Oh, well, thank you. Very cool. Oh, what's going on with him? Either they're getting lag or I'm getting lag. And either way, it's, yeah, I think I'm getting lag. Nice. Alright, I know where I want to use this mushroom, obviously. And that's right here. Ah, a mushroom. Maybe it is just that Peach that's really lagging. Because they're teleporting all over the screen for me, but nobody else really is. Yeah, okay, they won that race. Yeah, no, everybody else on the race course there seems to be, like, okay. It was just that Peach that was teleporting everywhere. It sucks, but it's kind of unavoidable. Sometimes you just have bad internet. All well and good. Or maybe this is my lag switch, and I am targeting them insidiously with my fucking Ethernet manipulation powers. Who knows? Nah, if I were that powerful, I'd be able to figure out what the fucking Venezuelan Socialist Party stands for, and I can't do that, so you know I'm not powerful to manipulate somebody's internet connection. This article relies excessively on references to primary sources. Please improve it by adding secondary or tertiary sources. Okay, so that might be why.
What if we go platform? There we go, platform. That didn't seem like it was gonna pan out much either. I don't know. Yep, knew it. Oh, they have mushrooms. Okay. Purple greens and pit? That's unfortunate. Ow. Oh, hey, it's Bradley. Nice. Oh! I can't drive right now. Rip. Come on. That's a cool low trick, I suppose. There's that guy in the bill that was lagging like crazy earlier. I need a box here. Yes. Okay, perfect. Third place? Fourth. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's clear that I'm getting a bit of lag as well. Like, it's not just that Peach player. It is also partly me. I'm not going to Freedom House. God damn it. Not going to an American government website either. Jesus. There's nobody I trust less to outline what socialism actually, or what a like political party supports that's in charge of a country that has oppositional geopolitical interests to us, or interests that we don't like, rather. Not to say that we're on like equal footing. Right? Well, you know what? They are Peronist, and that makes them sometimes based and sometimes very cringe. But they also cracked down on other socialist and communist parties, and that makes them cringe. But also the United States fucking hates them and has obliterated Venezuela from orbit, and is unwilling to, like, I don't know, let Venezuelans not starve for once. So I think the verdict from me is the PSUV and Nicolas Maduro are cringe, but there are some areas in which I'm a little bit sympathetic because, like, holy shit, the hand, like the hand they were dealt in terms of like material to work with, it has been like pretty bad. Just from a perspective of policymaking. Yeah, take that however you will. So I think that's probably the final verdict. I'm gonna bring this out.
I see. Blue shell incoming, question mark? Oh, poor bastard. Ah, there is a blue shell. I see. See more. Of course, getting Mario Kart a little bit. Not a ton, but a little bit. This does put me in a pretty good position for lap 3, though. What's that guy doing? Okay, well, now I'm not in such a great position, but... Alright, I'm in a bad spot. This is actually good for me. One mushroom and 6, not as good. Okay. RIP headphone users, and also I'm very sorry. Oh, baby. That's a great item to have. Fourth place? Okay. What? Hold on a sec. What is going on? How much lag am I getting right now? It said I got 4th. I was pulling items like I was in 4th. Everybody around me seemed to be behaving as though I was in 4th. Can I get a lag start or something? I don't fucking know, dude. Okay, now it puts me back down to 4th. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jeez, I was gonna be like, what the fuck? Man. Thank you, NBC. I don't give a shit about the men's Olympics, though. I do not give a shit about the Olympics in general. I hate them. I appreciate the sports, but I hate the Olympics. Seems that the news cycle has abruptly slowed down. God, I wanted to mention something. It is actually really refreshing for Kamala Harris to be at the top of the Democratic ticket because she's actually campaigning. Holy shit. It was actually crazy the degree to which the Biden team wasn't doing anything. Like, not even campaigning. You know, I guess I forgot to include that when I said that liberals love to not do anything, but that, you know, that's one of those things. And now with it seems the mainstream moving further and further to the left, it seems that, you know, Kamala Harris and some of the other Democrats that aren't like ancient have had to, I guess, adjust to the times somewhat. That actually helped me do that shortcut, which is kind of crazy. I wasn't aligned very well for it. Shit, Dark is on the bullet bike. Let's go. Uncritical support? Cool. Gonna put that there. Somebody might get bumped into it, but eh. I'm more so just interested in it forcing people to potentially take the turn a little bit wide. But yeah, like I was saying, back to the like campaigning stuff, it's kind of crazy. This is one of the ways in which civility politics like rots your brain, because in order to like make a case for yourself politically, you can't be like you can't really be respectable to the other candidate. You can't like be nice and all that shit, which is what civility politics is about. Like Joe Biden is a civility politics believer, certified, which is cringe, I must say. Um, and part of that involves like it's almost like there's sort of a one-sided non-disparaging agreement. Trump can talk all the shit that he wants because he's not like a civility politics kind of person. And Joe Biden is, so Joe Biden like wasn't saying anything. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris is like, nah, you know what? I do have to make a case for myself. I do have to conduct a political campaign. And that means saying, hey, you see these guys? These guys want something for America that's fucking awful. They want to make the country worse. And we want to make the country better with, you know, X, Y, or Z sort of shit. You know, it's that sort of narrative crafting that Democrats had previously been like really unwilling to engage in. But that's politics. In order to actually enact a political agenda that would benefit people, you have to sell people on that set of policies. You have to sell people on that platform. You have to be like, hey, look, this is how this would make your life better, and this is how the other platform is going to make your life worse. So you should vote for me or whatever. Yo, what's up, Mushroom Peaks Better? Welcome back to chat. Coconut Mall. And it also helps that Kamala Harris undoubtedly has Zoomers on her campaign team, just to cap that all off. Undoubtedly has Zoomers on her team that are leaning into the whole, like, coconut shit and, like, the brat memes and whatever the fuck. Absolutely blowing Trump out of the water with that. So basically, we are, in fact, unburdened. Not just in comparison to Donald Trump, but also Joe Biden, and also the old guard of the Democratic Party, I think, in some respects. Ow. Now, that somehow worked out. Kind of. I'm bouncing all over the place, though. I looked away for a second, and dumb shit happened. I'm taking the weirdest fucking lines known to man. And I didn't get an item, which is unfortunate. Yes, please let me get this box in fourth. That would be nice. Okay. It's not mushrooms, but I at least have protection. Okay. Gonna take that box. That's fine. Ow! Damn it. Give me that box, please. Okay. 3 mushrooms is a really good item for the end. Woof! What a clutch 4th place. Wow. This is a really good room. Oh shit.
This is great. I think I want to order the Mass Psychology of Fascism, like, at some point. You know what's interesting? I was looking at some of the reviews of Mass Psychology of Fascism. There's two things that make me really sure that, like, oh, this book is gonna be good. Number one is that the people who I have that have read it, that have said things about it, like have said almost exclusively good stuff. People I've been friends with, or just people that I follow online. That's one thing, right? But then another thing is I took a look at the book reviews on Amazon, and you know how, like, the kind of people that are predisposed to leave a book review on Amazon, they're either paid or, like, I don't fucking know. They're predisposed to a particularly fascist-leaning demographic, is what I will say about that. And even the book reviews had positive things to say about it on Amazon, the ones that, like, you could tell weren't paid. And they did it in such a way, like, even the people who I could kind of tell at a glance were fascists or at least conservative, reading the book, The Mass Psychology of Fascism, were, like, very positive on the book, and they were reviewing it, they were giving opinions in such a way that they were like, oh yeah, you know, it explores the sort of sexual insecurities that fascism has at its roots or whatever. But then they were only drawing parallels to foreign fascist movements, you know, like Islamists in the Middle East, which of course they are a fascist movement. But it's interesting that, like, they didn't, they, like, at all turns avoided any association with conservatism or fascism in the United States while praising the book, which tells me that even the fascists, or people who would nowadays be fascists, acknowledge that, like, shit, this book has some good material in it. Like, there's no way that we can kind of maintain our reputation or whatever while talking shit about the book. So what we have to do is pretend that we like the book effectively. It's the same thing that conservatives did with 1984, and that every movement does with 1984 to a certain degree. That's like, nobody has negative things to say about the book 1984 unless they're like a tanky. But the only people who are genuinely positive on it would be probably liberals and socialists, because the fascists recognize, shit, that's the world that we want. But we have to sort of construct a narrative where we're not the bad guys in this story. Does that make sense? But anyways, all that to say, I'm probably gonna buy that book later, and it'll be great. It'll be a good read. I'll tell you guys about it on stream when I read it too. I did that with 1984 when I read that last year. Really good book. And I will do it with The Mass Psychology of Fascism when I get that book. What if I just burn this here and, like, try to front run Luigi Circuit? Wouldn't that be funny? Haha, just kidding. Unless... Okay.
No blue shell, please. Imagine how funny that would be if there was no blue shell and I just get to have first. No! Dang it. Almost. I almost got away with front-running Luigi Circuit, which would have been a riot, to be sure. I think I did a pretty good job of building a lead there too. I could tell I was kind of getting further ahead of people until you know you use your items at that spot at the end. That was a pretty good race. I like it. I liked it. Past tense. The race is over now. Crazy. Nobody can believe this. Apparently, I was just thinking about this. Apparently I know The Boys has been airing. There was a new season of The Boys. And I'm not usually a pop culture Andy, you know. But The Boys might be very interesting from my like very academic, very socialist oriented perspective. And I was like, when I heard that there was going to be season 4, I was like, okay, I'm going to wait for season 4 to be done, and then I will watch The Boys. I'll watch it once the final, or not final, the latest season is done airing. And according to my sister, who knows like is more connected to pop culture than me, the final season, not final season, I shouldn't say that. The fucking most recent season, season 4, got done airing a little while ago. So I might start watching The Boys. Although, you know what? It would be interesting if the same critique arose in The Boys that I have of non-Marxian socialist movements, where they don't specifically point to any particular property relations. So what starts as, like, being left-wing and like, nominally very critical of, like, corporate institutions and stuff devolves into very vague populism that can be easily co-opted by a more right-wing narrative. This is all speculation, of course. I've yet to watch the show. God damn, I'm getting wheelie bumped. But that's something I could see happening in the show, potentially. What the... I didn't even know that was possible. Alright, give me one of these. I don't have the shock, unfortunately. If I did, I would dodge that person. Oh, well, now I have it. Let's get everybody after the boxes here. No. Okay. No, what the fuck? This race was really bad. I got distracted a lot. Alright, let's keep going. Obviously, it didn't help that I was on Hammer Bro Mock Bike, but the fact that I was talking about other stuff and wasn't focusing on the race very hard is the main detractor there. But yeah, I might want to watch The Boys, that's what I was saying. Because it's apparently it's a cool show. And, you know, it's, you know what, there's a lot of academic and culturally relevant media that is like part of a quest of mine to read Marx without ever reading Marx, because holy shit, I tried to read Marx once. I actually own all 3 volumes of Das Kapital. I tried to read it, got 200 pages in, I was like, holy shit, I literally can't read or understand this. Even though this is translated to English, this is incredibly dense. It is 19th century German translated into English. Like, I can't do it. I just can't. You know? Like, that was what's up.
Okay. What's up? I'm going for that item box. And this one. Alright, I'm going over here. Because, again, I need an item. Cool. Oh, he dodged. Good for him. Will this do anything? Yes. I unfortunately did Mario Kart that guy, but, you know. No, I thought I would drift around that. I'm dumb. That's okay. I'll get a good item at the next set. This fucko doesn't bump me to hell and back. You know. I can't believe I didn't hit anything. I'm gonna clip that later. A worthy clip, to be sure. So yeah, hopefully I'll just pick up on marks via osmosis. I will be able to read and watch and consume media that pulls heavily from marks. And sort of by proxy, I will have read marks without reading marks because that shit is long and basically illegible by modern standards. Holy shit, you gotta have a fucking gigantic brain, even bigger than mine. You know what? I'm sure if I had the patience to wade through 3,000 pages of 19th century language, you know, German translated to English in the form of marks, theoretically I could do it. You know, and I know I could, but I don't think it's worth it. I think I could very well get the same points from other sources that are not something as excruciating as that. Oh, what? That's wacky. Me when I win. That's so true. Many such cases. I almost got fibbed. That was a really good target shock. Give me the draft. Or maybe not. I didn't get a box. This track is crazy. I don't know if are those strikeable? That's kind of wild if that's the case. I am getting so bumped right now. What's going on, Mario? I didn't quite get him. I'm not that hungry for a second. I just thought it would be fun for content. I am, despite what it looks like, I am not going to throw this red shell at you. This is for my own protection. What? That's going for them? That's crazy. Genuinely insane. Bro. They got so cheated. Bro, what? No, they got 9th? Oof, that sucks. I was like, I was going for the green shell snipes, and then you saw me make the decision. All right,
That's it. I shot off the green shells. I took my best shot. I'm just gonna stick with third, and I'm not gonna try to like be super cutthroat towards the person in second. And then fucking red shell comes from behind me and goes for them instead. They were directly in front of me, and the red shell just passed me by. Maybe that's a byproduct of lag. I mean, it probably is if I had to like actually take a guess. But holy shit, that is really unfortunate. Shit, you know what I could also do in order to read Marx? I could just fucking go to Wikipedia and look up a summary of Marx's arguments. In fact, maybe I'll just do that. I should just do that. Get the condensed version, you know. You know who I have read, though? One of the classic, like, the socialist theorists, or communist theorists, is Rosa Luxemburg. And in fact, at some point, I might even want to revisit that. Because I feel like even just since reading that, like, earlier this year, I've like, really grown in my ability to critically analyze politics and stuff. I feel like I would actually be able to get more out of it on a second reading. That might be good. Have the bananas. Nobody hit the bananas. Wah. Oh, dude, he's on the spear. Let's go. Probably gonna wait till the same spot to use this, unless there's a shock. There might be a shock. Ow. And it doesn't matter either way. Okay. Got a lower trick than usual, huh? That's cool. I'm just gonna use this here. I'm pretty far behind. Okay. And I am at least somewhat in standing with the rest of the pack now. 3 mushrooms. And 3rd place. Okay, cool. Somehow. I keep pulling this shit out of a hat, dude. I'm a fucking magician right now. I am, in fact, waiting a moment. This is what's currently happening. I am complying with the request on my screen. I don't know what's taking so long, though. Okay, there we go. It could just be the lag. I mean, myself and some other people in the room have been having some lag, so... Probably that. I know that, like, the retro WFC servers still aren't quite as stable as the CTGP servers, but honestly, I've been having a really good experience so far. It's kind of crazy. A large part of the server stability and the, like, connection stability issues are made up by the fact that every track isn't a Kaizo nightmare. You know? Or that every track is like, in some form or another, a Nintendo design. So it's pretty clear and evident where you're supposed to go. And, like, it's not going to throw you for a fucking loop. And it's like, oh, here's 1 million shroomless shortcuts. That if you don't do all of them, you lose the race for free. You know? I think that actually makes this a better experience, even than CTGP. And CTGP has some damn good server stability. You know, Mr. Bean and Chatters, they're working really fucking hard on that.
Oh, that Mario's bagging? That's smart. Okay. You go ahead. I'm not interested in getting redded in 10th or 8th or whatever position I'm in. Oh, a star. Oh, cool. Damn it. Give me that. I'm gonna start using this right here, I think. I don't want to let that guy in a star behind me catch up too much. I'm gonna, yeah, just burn this here, and it's gonna run out in time for the item. Cool. Blue shell, which is, I'm actually more okay with getting blue shells than most people, I think. Because it's like, yeah, you know, it only targets the guy in first, it doesn't help you or whatever, but it's better than something like triple reds or triple greens, right? You know? I have a mushroom in fourth. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, well. There goes my mushroom. Now I have a mushroom in third, which I will use to get second. Again, dude, I'm a fucking magician with these race endings right now. I don't know how I'm doing this. I'm just kind of driving and vibing. Vibing and driving and chiding. I'm not doing that. Not doing that one. Do it! Mushroom City! Please, I want to see the updated tracks and stuff. And Rosalina's Ice World, also. Oh well. Ah, this track. This track's cool. Holy shit. This is like as bumped as I've ever gotten in custom tracks, probably. Okay. Where do I even use the golden on this track? I don't know. Maybe here? I don't know. I'm holding this for dear life for how much I've been bumped. Yeah, I need it. I need that. Oh, what's that? A mushroom? Okay. Well, okay. Putting that back. Oh, alright. It looked like that guy got shocked after the boxes, so I'm kind of okay with this position. I could be wrong. He could have gotten a box and I might be screwed, but either way. Okay. Despite getting bumped as hell in the beginning, that golden, even in a mediocre spot, the golden like got me an okay, got me okay mileage. Oh, wait, that's a thing you can do? Oh, shit. Probably slower. That's probably why people weren't doing it, but... Wow. Any such cases?
Sky High, we already played this. Dang. What is going on back there? That guy's like hyper bagging. What the hell? I think around this turn is a good place to use the mushroom. Yeah. As good a place as any. But really, I need a, need a box. Okay. I was very afraid. Surprisingly good item usage, okay. Go left this time. I somehow got a mega in third? I don't quite get it, but okay. I'm gonna chain it. Okay. Oh, is that guy? That guy might be a lap behind. Maybe. Purple greens, I'm okay with that. Yeah. You got second. I'm. Unless. Okay. Never mind. I think the most important thing is that I did it for the content. That's what matters. Your Honor, I did it for the content. Bailiff, crush this man's balls immediately. That's probably how that would go in court. I imagine, anyways. Oh shit, sorry, that's actually kind of loud, isn't it? That's might be. RIP headphones users, I guess, but it's fine. You guys have volume controls on your end. You just turn the volume down. Dude, it is actually crazy jarring to go from 2 weeks where my newsfeed was like saturated to the fucking brim to now like things have precipitously slowed down. Like, stop. Full stop. Almost. I'm not really sure that like you know, to go back to the turn of phrase, there are decades where nothing happens, and then there are weeks where decades happen. I'm kind of leaning towards like the second part of that only being true, because you know, if you have the weeks where decades happen, you can't have the decades where nothing happens. Like you know, because in those decades where supposedly nothing is happening, there will be contained some select weeks where decades are happening. But for sure, there are weeks where decades happen, if that makes sense. You know, there really just be fucking a lot of news for like 1.5 to 2 weeks at a time, and then like nothing. I need a box. No! I'm bagging.
What's up, Beef Boss? Give me that box. Thank you. Oh, I got the mushroom skip. Sick. Oh, that was good. I tried to do the thing, but then the shock happened. I saw TWD do that in one of his recent videos, where he, like, you wheelie on the inside of that thing, and you get, like, a lot of, you get, like, a decent amount of time on people. Because it, like, functionally, it kind of skips the turn. Get that out of there. I was kind of going for the snipe, I'll be real, but, like, it's a fake item box, so I don't care that much. I would much rather have whatever's in here. A green shell. Nice. That was almost really bad. It was kind of sketchy. And I somehow won that race. Am I just him right now? Am I just on my shit? Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps. Dude, one thing that's really nice is I got all my high pressure, the higher pressure, like, video editing segments out of the way. I got the video segment out about Project 2025. I talked about that. I got the video segment out about Trump giving that speech at a TPUSA rally where he said, "Oh, it's fine, my lovely Christian nationalist gooners. I love you. You won't have to vote anymore. Just vote this time, and then you won't have to vote anymore." You know, because he wanted to get rid of democracy and all that. I got that video out, and now I'm just working on the mini beast shit posts and a segment where I talk about socialism as a concept, because I like socialism as a concept. It's, you know, it's pretty cool. And hey, look, I'm aware that everybody in my audience might not be academically minded, but, you know, this is a channel for my autistic interests, right? You know, like, I'm gonna inevitably have a bias towards putting out content that I like / agree with / am interested in. Dang it. I was hoping he wouldn't take that box, because I needed a box. That was close. What's up, Boo? I'm not going to hit you with this green shell, I promise. I want the draft. Or maybe not. Okay. We get rid of that. Oh, shit. I actually feel so bad for the person who could potentially get back greened as a result of that. That would suck. What's up, dude? I'm gonna probably use this here. There we go. What did that green shell even crack on? There was somebody threw a green shell at me and it just looked like it cracked on nothing. Okay, I got somebody with that. So that's good, I suppose. Mushroom. Yes. No. I fucked it up. Somebody's gonna pass me. Yeah. And I got fourth. I really like Desert Hills. I know that there's, like, a lot of people really don't like Desert Hills because it's simple, it's pretty bumpy, it's a slidey track and whatever. But I love the desert theming, and the bumpiness, on the one hand, feels intentional in the way that the DK Mountain bumpiness feels intentional. It doesn't feel like the Maple Treeway bumpiness. And it's also, like,
I just love the desert aesthetic. I love the desert aesthetic. It's actually a pretty fun track to drive, I think, especially those 3 turns at the end. Really big fan of those. And, like, yeah, and it's an easy track to drive, too. Like, relatively easy compared to, well, Dry Ruins, a track that many people like, much more difficult to drive, and has a lot of the, you know, has a pretty sizable sand section. Now, that track is all sand. Desert Hills is all sand, and Dry Ruins is only, like, half sand. But either way, I like that track. Oh, I got the low trick? Let's go. I'm gonna get ready. That's pretty typical. Please don't star me. Thank you. Oh no, they starred Boo? Poor bastard. Oh yeah, I forgot. Those mud things don't actually slow you down, which is funny. Ow! You and me both, Beef Boss. Please give me item. I didn't get that item, but I'll get this one. Yeah. Whoa, super high air. I didn't want that. But I do want this. Are they doing outside drift mock bike? That's insane. Bro is crazy with it. You see that shit? This guy's kind of sick with it. Not even gonna lie. Okay. A lot of things happening right at the end here. Please give me protection, Red Shell. Okay, cool. I'll take another 4th place, sure. If you know, if you're just gonna hand them out to me like that, game, maybe, yeah, you know, why not? We got a full room too. Oh. Dude, I'm actually kind of looking forward to once stream is done. Stream's gonna go on for about 10 more minutes. But I was mentioning earlier, I got the high pressure segments out that I'm worrying about. So I did some video editing work today. I'm pretty happy with. And so I get to pretty much take it easy for the rest of today and tomorrow. I just have some studying to do tomorrow. Then I can, I guess I'll do some light video editing work as well. And then I'm just gonna be chilling, big chilling, being chilling even. Be nice. Game, please pick Mushroom City. I would like that. I want to see the new tracks. Oosh. Sunset Wilds. Yeah. Sure. Oh, this track is really nice. Oh, I remember this one. I played this when I was, the last time I played this, I think I was reacting to the RNC. Yeah. That's good. I'm gonna use this here. Did I? Oh, did I bump him? Okay, no, I didn't. I thought I hopped in time to avoid that, but I suppose not. I need an item here. There we go. I somehow didn't get the trick there? Kind of wacky. Again, that was more a content attempt than anything. Oh no, it got him on the boost panel, so you can just recover right away. Alright, getting Mario Karted. I somehow got triple greens in 7th. I didn't even know that, like, items that bad were possible in that low of a position. Although I guess in a 12 or 11 player room, 7th is kind of like the middle-ish of the pack. It's like the back middle section. Oh wow, first is right there. Okay, so this is a really close pack. Give me that item. You. No, I thought I could use that guy as a human shield. Okay. I'm in 7th. Pretty good place to get an item, I think. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna start using this. Oh, not quite. Another 4th place. I'm just farming 4th places right now. Mushroom City. Alright. And if I don't get Mushroom City this time, I'm just gonna probably vote for it next time. What other track was it? It was SNES Bowser Castle 2, Mushroom City, Dry Desert, and Rosalina's Ice World. Okay. So those got different versions, and then the rest of the tracks that got updated were like fixes, and like they got fixed or something. Oh boy, I love this track, the Akaruso, Sky Garden, amazing track. Oh, is he going random combo? What a G. I'm pulling these out for my own protection. No, Boo had the right idea. I was slacking on the job. Alright, 3 mushrooms. I think I could use these here. Yeah. That works out pretty well. I'm gonna get big pretty soon, too. Yep. Nice try. But alas. Okay. I'm kind of committed to, like, wanting to drive this well. We got hit by that. That's okay. But it wasn't a bullet back there, but are not anymore. Interesting. If I get a 5th place box, I'm looking good, I think. 1 mushroom. Okay. I can work with that for sure. Oh, poor bastard. He got squished and shocked? Man. Truly Jover. Yeah. Fuck. I didn't get a box. That's unfortunate. I have lost the race effectively. Yeah. I didn't get an item at the last set. Damn. And rip. So much for me pulling the rabbit out of my hat. You know? You hate to see it, especially on one of my favorite tracks.
You know, I feel like so much of that was also me getting kind of bullied by the heavier vehicles. Not bullied in the sense of intentionality, but just the fact that I got bumped around and didn't have much recourse, and kept getting bumped around because I was in the back of the pack, couldn't get an item, and, like, that was it. I think ultimately... Well, not ultimately, and I think that one of the various points of failure there, if I made that shortcut on lap 1, I think I'm sitting pretty the whole race, you know, not a care in the world. But the fact that I fucked it up lap 1, I think put me in an inherently, like, bad spot to begin with, and I think sealed my fate for the rest of the race. Whether or not I made good decisions. Because I think like, at a certain level, I don't think there was any combination of decisions I could make that would have resulted in me, like, getting a box. At least none that were reasonably foreseeable. Outside drifting spear? Bro is crazy with it. Alright, I'm bagging. Give me that. Stop bumping me. Okay, cool. Again? Dude! Come on. Alright. Rip. I'm getting redded in this fucking position? Dude. Oh my god. It seems my luck has run out, for sure. Alright, I'm gonna get everybody after the boxes here. Oh, wow, that was a good... Wow, that was a good POW. What the f... Are you kidding me, dude? One mushroom? No way. Dude. Alright, at least I only got, like, 7th. And not, like, a worse position. God damn, that's rough. I think I made nothing but good decisions that race, and it didn't matter because the fake item box teleported in front of me. Damn. I guess I did, like, I will say that firmly I deserve better than 7th, but I'm glad I at least didn't get, like, 10th or 11th for how well I drove that race. You know? Come on, Mushroom City. Let's do it. I don't even like Mushroom City that much. I just really want to see what the new tracks are. And I don't play Mario Kart Wii offline that much. I want to see what it is online. Mary Mountain's going to get picked again. Or not. Moonview Highway. Okay. This could mean I'm really fucked, or it could mean I break away early and everybody else gets fucked. It all depends on the first 10 seconds of the race, I think. Not going to be much middle ground. But I've been wrong before. No item. Bump me. That almost didn't work, but it did. Okay, looks like this is not the early breakaway option. And I'm not getting an item either. God damn. Stop wheelie bumping me in 8th. Thank you. Okay, triple shrooms. I'm gonna save this for lap 2. Or not. Mushroom. This is a good spot to use that. I'm now in 3rd somehow. Okay. Bullet bill? Okay. Okay. That POW came at a pretty opportune time, I will say. Same with that shock.
Alright, the items seem to be favoring me this race. That guy's way up there. Holy shit. This is a race for second place now, is what's going on here. That's not going to hit first. Okay. Alright. Second place it is. Might have spoken too soon. I spoke too soon. Never mind. Another rabbit out of the hat. We're getting fourth. Cool. Jesus, I'm tired. But, I don't know why. Something in me is telling me to do one more, so I will do one more. And then after that, I'm done. Yeah, that's what's up. Mushroom City, let's get it. Mario Circuit. Oh boy. I may have regretted saying let's do one more. Maybe. I may regret that decision. We will see. Oh, that was a really good section there. Sorry, Boo, but I had to do it to him. Oh shit, Blitz on the baby booster. Oh shit. Okay, he got his revenge. Turnabout's fair play, I suppose. Star. Okay. Use this here. Give me something good. That's good. That's also good. I'm gonna hold this for as long as I can. Oh no, did I star? Okay, I didn't. I was gonna say, I was actually gonna be kind of concerned if I starred Bullet, Ball It by accident. Ow. Holy shit. That was the bump of a fucking lifetime? I need this box. Whatever happens, stop bumping me! Jesus, dude. Get out of here. 8th place. Okay. That's it for me. I'm getting wheelie bumped. I'm getting just regular bumped. Holy shit. The weight in Mario Kart Wii is no fucking joke, especially on the online. Because the weight stat doesn't matter online. If the server has somebody's position at a certain point and you try to bump them, it doesn't matter. They could be on the Quacker and you'll get bumped like you are the lightest, like you weigh a feather. You could be on the Flame Runner. I've had this happen, by the way, because I've been on, like, the Mach Bike and Flame Runner with people who are, like, Magic Cruisers and Quackers in the room. You can bump somebody, and if the server decides, no, they're in this position, however much you try to bump them, they're going to be bumping you like they're a heavyweight. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that only registers if the client side on their end is like, oh, you're getting bumped. You know? It's a very wacky system. But like I said, that's tolerable by comparison because the tracks are like give actual races instead of like
somebody just breaks away and is in first the whole fucking time because they know the track. I mean, Moonview Highway's kind of like that, but that's why I don't like Moonview Highway. Anyways. Who's live? I don't know why I still follow this person. Like to not. There we go. Who do I want to raid? Let's raid Cody Schwab, because he's grinding for Supernova. I'm also going to that tournament. Cody Schwab. Alright. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, hopefully have a restful afternoon.